Alrighty then, let's get things started. Gotta open up my Dr. Pepper for a day like this. Hello and welcome back. Bitcoin doing pretty good. Pretty good. What is up, Bernard? How you doing, JB? What is up, everybody? Why do I hear myself? Oh no. There we go. Alright. So, looking at Bitcoin on the daily, looking pretty damn strong. If I do say so myself. It's looking pretty damn strong. So, it kind of sucks I've been doing so much day trading, so I got to redraw these lines every single day. But, you know what? It's worth it for you guys. This was the zone in which it would have been nice to stay above. And guess what we did? Bullish engulfing candle above it. Held it as support today. We came down, we backtested it, held it as support. Now we're trying to move up even further. Fantastic. Couldn't really ask for much more. But of course I'm going to. So we still have a downtrend that we need to break out of. So that is the last order of business here. This little downtrend here. Still need to break out of that. Of course there's still the channel idea. But you know what? I'm gonna not subscribe to that because the wick was a little deep. So I'm not gonna subscribe to the channel idea. Also, it was all over Twitter, so everybody and their sisters looking at it. Yo, Johnny, what is up? Welcome back to Memberhood. How you doing? Welcome in. Thank you so much for your membership. I do greatly appreciate that. So yeah, right now, just looking for what's the next move for Bitcoin? What's the next move? Are we going to have a red day? Are we going to stay green? What are we going to do here? So we did have these two daily candle closes right about here. That now, oddly enough, acting as support as well. So that's kind of cool. That is kind of cool. Anyways, let's go into the 4-hour time frame. 4-hour stochastic, super high. You're in the bullish control zone. Retook the 200 simple moving average. So apparently death crosses are just suggestions at this point. Kind of wild times for crypto and Bitcoin. Kind of wild times. But there you go. There's the downtrend. If we do come down, I would be looking for a lot of support actually at 102.742. That's only if we come down. Nothing set in stone. There's no writing on the ancient scrolls. None of that. Just kind of looks like it wants to keep on pressing on. We do have bearish divergence on the 1 hour. Of course, traders are going to look for that first lower high, but you're also getting a bullish cross right now on the 1 hour. Kind of wild. Kind of wild. Let's just do a for instance. If it does decide to take a breather, let's say tomorrow, then we could find ourselves coming back down anywhere between 103.23 and this 102.742. That would be extremely bullish because then we would be set up for going up to 111,000. I welcome that. That would be great. That would be awesome. Let's see if we get a nice healthy pullback or if they decide to just push this thing straight up to the moon. Who knows? Who knows at this point? Liquidation heat map. Let's check out the 24-hour. Looking like they already started taking out some shorts, but we're getting a lot more selling pressure. Ton of liquidity down below. Who knows? Maybe the bears throw a little hissy fit and they start going after those longs. Maybe. Ooh. Hold on. On the weekly, 255 million, 111 million, 254 million. Oh my gosh. Okay, over $600 million sitting literally right overhead, and they just took out 200 million as well. Oh, 300 million. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's disturbing. 500 million already? That's wild. I'm short from 106.8. Thanks to you, Porky. What? Thanks to me? I don't know what you mean by thanks to me. 108. How? Did you catch the absolute top on one exchange? Oh, 106.8. Yeah, did you catch the absolute top on some exchange? That's crazy. That is crazy. I don't even understand why you're going short right now. That's a lot of bearish divergence. Holy shit. And you just continue with the bearish divergence. When pullback? Jesus. Wow, I did. Yeah, no, you caught the literal absolute top on whatever exchange you were trading on. It's kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. And I don't understand how you did it unless you were looking at the 1 minute time frame and there was... Oh. You were looking at the 1 minute, weren't you? Weren't you? You had to be. Because there's this uptrend here. No, you still wouldn't have caught the top. Unless... You little degen. You little degen. Oh my god. Still wouldn't have caught the top, but what the hell, dude? That's the only thing to give you any indication of downside. Would have been this right here, 106,697. What in the hell cost you to do that? Crazy. Crazy. Anyways, for overnight or the next hour, maybe you see the price come down to 106,056. We still could catch a bounce. Be careful with that short. Just be careful with it. I don't think I'm going to trade tonight, honestly. I'm just going to tell you guys what I see in the charts, take your requests, and get on out of here. What I'm going to be looking at today is Ethereum, XRP, Solana, Doge, Hype, Sui, Say, whatever it is, Aave, and Aerodrome Finance. That's what we're going to be looking at today. So if you have any requests, feel free to drop them in the chat. Oh yeah, also honorable mention to me. So remember when I mentioned I was going to start throwing some money into the new way of trading? I did that on my copy trade account. And your boy's #1 again in 2 categories. I don't know if I'll ever take this category. I don't understand how I can get this high ROI. Apparently being up $6,000 in the last 2 days doesn't yield me a high ROI. But okay. Damn. But yeah, last 2 days we are up $6,000. We're doing things. So let's pull things out. Let's go ahead and check out Ethereum. That is a nasty 4-hour candle. Ew. God, this wick look. Ugh. That's a terrible wick. I don't like that wick on the 4-hour for Bitcoin. I really don't like it. I would prefer a pullback. It would be nice. A pullback all the way down to this 103 would be very, very nice. Please do it, market. I would appreciate it. All right, going on to Ethereum. Ethereum still not quite as high as I thought it would get to. I figured you would actually hit this 488 level. How's stock market trading going? Non-existent. Crypto got a lot more fun. Non-existent. I haven't done it. I was supposed to figure out, like, oh, apparently I did learn I need a prop firm. Prop firms might be the way to go. Still haven't done it. So, we broke out of this major downtrend. We've kind of just been trickling to the upside. But now, looking at the 4-hour, we're getting plenty of sell pressure here. And we have a lower high. So this is starting to make me think it could possibly be time to put in a short for Ethereum. Looking at our 15-minute, this is kind of hitting all my criteria to go short. And what do I mean by that? I mean, here's an uptrend. We're getting a 15-minute candle close outside of that. So naturally, I would be looking for shorts. And I would be looking for this thing to come down, possibly as low as 2,377. So a little pullback would be nice to see. We'll see if we actually get one. But this prime time example of like what I would normally go short on. And this looks decent. Got a nice little downtrend. But as I said before, I'm not going to trade tonight simply because the market could just decide to rip to the upside over some weird ass news. We'll see. We'll see. Can I look at Perpy? I got you covered. I got you covered. But yeah, if you guys want to take that trade, stop loss, good idea would be above this wick right here at 2,469. And then you could let that thing ride. You have two targets. Would be looking for 1.8 to possibly 2.69% downside. So we'll see if that happens, but I'm not trading it, so there's that. I have too much of a bias to the upside right now, so I'm just not even going to trade. XRP is next. We all know how I feel about XRP, but when you start doing stuff like this, like look at the 15-minute. You had bearish divergence, followed by bearish divergence, now a lower high. You had bearish divergence inception here. Absolute insane price action for XRP. I'm surprised it got as high as it did. Now, this uptrend, you have bearishly backtested and you're rolling over. So there's that. Let's go into the 4 hour. Pretty high. You're up in the bullish control zone. You're not overbought. You're just bearishly backtesting the 200. Could this go up still? Of course, because the market's absolutely insane right now. But we all know how I feel about XRP, so I don't think I need to beat the dead horse. Either way, target's still right now 169.77, and the longer term target 0.589, just 0.589. So there's that. Anyway, so moving on from XRP, we got Sol. I actually was just in a trade on Sol. I told all the members inside of Discord, so I told all of you who actually connected your Discords to it that I took profit. Hopefully you guys paid attention to that, because here is the profit from that trade. There it is. Grabbed a quick little 74%. Well, it wasn't quick. It actually took a really long time for it to move 1%. So I got out. It came pretty close to the profit taking level and then started pulling back. That's why I got out. But it is what it is. Solana right now, just kind of hanging out just outside of that downtrend, the recent downtrend. I was thinking it would make a little bit more of a move up, but that is coinciding with the level of resistance. On the 4 hour, this could be hidden bearish divergence if we don't make a higher low. Of course, somebody's going to be like, but you cleared this high. Yeah, that's a strong argument. So that's why I'm looking for a higher low. Until a higher low is achieved, I'm still really bearish. On top of that, we have a much bigger downtrend that we're going to have to fight against eventually. So if we can come back down to 135 and hold it, and then pop back up, I would really appreciate that. I would actually really appreciate that. But if we manage to break to the upside, then come back down to 144 and hold it, that's fine too. But yeah, longer term, we could possibly see a move all the way up to 245. It's just, we'll see how this goes. We'll see how this goes. And we have an uptrend right here. Go figure. Maybe we hold the uptrend. Who knows? But these high 4-hour stochastics, I never really like them. And when they go on for multiple days, I got a real problem with that. I don't like to be in those. So we were high on the stochastics yesterday. We stayed high all day today. I'm thinking something's going to happen either tonight, tomorrow, or Thursday. We just all of a sudden see the prices coming down. I don't want to be in longs when that happens. Really don't want to be in longs when that happens. But we'll see what the market opens up as tomorrow. Oh yeah, I have to be at the gym tomorrow. I have to be at the gym tomorrow at 5 a.m. It's going to be awful. 60 FPS Gaming, thank you so much for becoming a member. How you doing today? Welcome in. Oh man, so Dogecoin is next. Dogecoin, great job on holding this level up here. It is a fib level. Jeez. Wow, that was a deep retracement. Holy. Compared to here, that was a deep retrace. Was that an 886? Hold on, did I look at that yesterday? I don't think I did. Still looking for this 33% to play out as long as we break this downtrend. But let's figure out if that was an 886 or not. Yeah. No, a 786? Maybe? I'll just draw the fib. Jesus. Yeah, you hit the 886 and you popped straight out of there. I didn't notice that yesterday. Huh. Yeah, that was a really deep retrace. You hit your 886. All you got to do, come back down, hold support at 15,382. This is going to be the strongest thing ever. Hey, brother. Good night, all. Good night. Good night. So I don't really like seeing the hidden bearish divergence, but we're not overbought yet. The daily's probably looking fine. Wall Street's doing some weird stuff. Weird stuff. They overreact to the downside, then they're like, oh shit, we should probably buy back. And they start sending everything up. Getting whiplash out here, I swear. I'll swear it. But yeah, Dogecoin, if we can come back down to 15,382 and hold it, I would be really, really bullish on Dogecoin. I would be really bullish on that. That'd be kind of nice. Let's see if we get a pullback at all. I just want this 4-hour stochastic to reset. When it's low, it's awesome. Because then you're like, oh, we can start going long for a week. It's going to be awesome. Great. But when it's really high, I get worried. I get really cautious. I get really cautious. All right, checking out Hype. Hyper liquid. I want to short this so bad. like so bad. I want to short this thing. You're now getting these wicks to the upside, so the sell pressure's setting in. This former uptrend is acting as strong resistance. I'm not thinking you're going to get this 11% move to the upside. Not thinking it's going to happen. I think we're going to roll over. You're about to get a bearish cross on your 4 hours 50 and 200 simple moving average. The death cross, some might say, but normally that has to be on the daily. We are in the bullish control zone. It could roll over. If this thing rolls over, oh, it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be biblical how low we go. It's going to be wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Did we get into the zone? Did we? We're in it right now. We hit the 50% retrace. Beautiful. So if you did think it was actually going to go down, putting a stop loss right above 39,084 could be a good opportunity because this could come straight back down to 21.51. It is a possibility. I mean, all you've done is gone up. Not very much in the way of retracements. However, there's a massive bullish case here. Because we did utilize this level as a support before, we utilize it again. If it does continue to the upside, you could find yourself at $60. So I'm sitting on my hands waiting, seeing what happens. It is above the 200 on the 4 hour, so technically it should be bullish. But you know, trend lines. Trend lines, man! The trend lines! I don't know, man. I don't know. Could go up, could go down. When I see mixed signals, I get scared. I get real scared. All right, that's hype. Let's go ahead and check out Sui. All right, Sui looking like the rest of the market. However, Sui does still have this golden retrace to get up to. So Sui, yes, it has that high stochastic on the 4 hour, but it has a better argument to be able to at least go up and test this supply line up here. So the argument's there. You could see this thing rally up to $3.07 before rolling over. Let's look at the lower time frames here. That's bullish consolidation. I would wait for the scam wick down before trying to go long. I would wait for the scam wick down. Just my opinion, not telling you how to trade or anything. Just there's a probability you get a scam wick down. And if you do get that scam wick, I'd be aiming for somewhere around this range, between 265 and 259. That'd be a good little range to try and scoop some up. And then just make sure that your stop loss is below the wick if this is going to continue to the upside. And note it, that's only if it scam wicks down. That is only if it scam wicks down. If it decides it's going to break out early, well then it'll just break out early. Here's your downtrend to work off of. But I'm thinking that 618 is probably gonna get touched. I'm pumped, bro. Johnny, I'm glad you're pumped. I'm glad you're pumped. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. I'm just waiting for entries at this point. Literally waiting, because I'm in no trades right now. Zero. Zip, zilch. And what was it? Ethereum that I said might be like a perfect short. Thing looked great, but I'm not jumping into it. At least not right now. C. So C token, another one I really want to short. It just won't stop running. Looks like we're catching a lot. See, this is that shit. So here's your wick up high here. I marked it out earlier. I was like, maybe we get a back test down to 23.30. Then we started doing this, and I was like, wait a minute. There ain't no shot. Broke the downtrend, shot up like crazy. Now you have bearish divergence, major bearish divergence on the 1 hour, and you have an overhead resistance at 35.16. So let's just adjust this real quick. So if you do pull back, you might come right back down to 26.65. Maybe you get as low as 24.84. But if they decide to keep on pumping this thing, I don't know where it's going to stop, man. I don't know where it's going to stop. All I can point out is where we have levels of resistance based off the weekly. All I can point out. If you manage to get above that 35.16, then next target I'd be looking at is this range right here at 48.75. And if it just pushed past 49.29, if it just pushes right past that, I have no hope, brother. No hope at all, because this is in a downtrend on the weekly. This is not great. This is a sign that they are just pumping the shit out of it for fun. It's not a good look. Looks like if you end up hitting that next leg up, probably going to run into that supply line, then roll over. A weekly downtrend, very hard to break. Very hard. So I do get very interested when I see stuff like this, because then it's probably going to bleed out for like 3-4 months. Look at that. October 6th of this year. It could just bleed down till October. Then everybody's going to be like, oh, remember when C was good? Oh, man. I'm going to leave that there. So yeah, C token looking like it wants to pull back right now. We'll see if it actually does. We shall see. But that overhead resistance looking like 42.25. If it can reach up there, that's probably where they're going to slam the price straight back down. And it probably is going to look amazing, and we could short the hell out of it. It'll be great. But we'll see. All right, Aave. So I was staring at Aave. I want to trade Aave. I just don't know that I'm going to get the entry. So on the 1 hour, major bearish divergence. And did we get a lower high? No, we didn't. Still a higher high. So it's just resetting. Going into the 15-minute time frame, we're resetting on top of the 50 simple moving average. We have a great downtrend here to work off of. But this retracement, really deep. Deeper than I was expecting. So now let's go down here. Ugh. It would have to turn around right now. And then it has the opportunity of going up to 276. So, as I said, I wanted to trade it. I just kept falling. Just kept falling. So, we'll see how it goes. But still not going to trade it. Just going to sit back and wait. Because even after it breaks out, I need to see the back test. And the back test could get even lower. And I'm like, oh gosh. Just like it did here. Broke out, back test, did not even hit the 1272. And then it rolled over. So you're still waiting for this one to play out to the 275 level. Shaky times, y'all. Shaky times. All right, Aerodrome Finance is the next one. I have it on my watch list. Aerodrome Finance. So this is another one. on the 15-minute. I would be shorting the daylights out of this. Yeah. Did we get? No, we didn't. Jeez. We just got the lower high. Either way, this is one where I would be looking at it like, oh, great, I can short this. Sweet. Probably wouldn't pay off because you started it with a higher low. But I would be looking for this thing to fall anywhere between this level here, a 4.28%, or a 6.7% drop to the downside. Unless Bitcoin and Ethereum decide to take the market down, I don't know if this will actually drop. You have a lot of support sitting right below you. But your main support, you broke through 78.2. You never bullishly backtested. So if this is to play out, this would be coming down for a bullish backtest. Either way, after the wicking me out the other day, very weary about trying to short Aerodrome Finance. Seems like we got the hunters out there. Oh God, hold on. Whoa, hold the phone. Let's go into the 1 hour real quick. Oh God. Let's go to the 4 hour. Let's get rid of some of this. That is a lot of bearish divergence and a lower high. Oh boy. Oh, this might be way more bearish than I thought. Holy shit. Alright, here's your downtrend. I mentioned that little 15-minute spot, but this could get ugly. Holy crap. If the 4 hour plays out, if it actually does it, you could see this thing come back down to 54 cents. A 35% drop is possible. You're going to have to break through some supports, but given enough time, it is possible right now. That's wild. Here's your main support. 72.3 was holding very strong on the 4 hour. If you manage to drop down and get through it, you're probably going to hit that 54 level. More than likely going to hit it. That is wild. Yep, it might be a wick, but you just might hit it. That's crazy. Alright, Aerodrome Finance. Looks like the party's over. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. There's no way, right? Huh. You tried to break back through it. Now you're falling through. Dang. That looks good, though. Nice bearish back test. Getting into that golden pocket. Even wicked above it a little bit. This looks nice. This looks like a really good opportunity to go down. We'll see if they let it go down. Man, the bearish divergence just kept on going. Now your strength, it's just gone. We'll see what they do. Your bullish case, though, if Aerodrome decides to keep on running, this thing is going to go nuts. I mean, like, actual nuts. God damn. Get out of here. Okay. Thing's actually going to go nuts. If it does break to the upside of this downtrend, you're looking at $1.23. So, bearish case right now, 35% downside. Bullish case right now is to go up 44%. Flip your coin, take your bets, see what you want. But when I see stuff like this on the 4 hour, I start leaning a little bearish. That's all. That's just me. Just me. All right, let's go ahead and check out the request of the night. Perpy. You got a nice wick to the downside there, but it looks like you're trying to recover. Sweet. Sweet. Can I look at LTC? Sure. Market's very confusing. I'll throw out E-Gold again. Alrighty. LTC. E-Gold. Gotcha. Alrighty. So, technically it's still a lower low. You're still in this downtrend here. It looks like it's trying to do something positive. The fact that you got back above the 50 simple, that's good. But it does look like you're bearishly backtesting the bottom portion of this box. That's the only unfortunate part. If you do manage to break out of this downtrend here, this local downtrend, I would be looking for the 618 on that. Let's just ignore that crazy wick real fast. Maybe you get back up to this 5585 level. Maybe you get back up there, but you would still be making a lower high than this high, so you still could roll over. So until you end up making like a consistent uptrend, it's kind of in your best interest to stay a little bearish here, because all you're doing is pulling back, and you could actually get a 100% retrace. It's a definite possibility. But these wicks here, it's like, ugh, somebody hates the traders of this token. They really do, and it's probably a dev. But from our wick low over here to the high, your 886 retracement is still sitting down here at 3284. If it gets down to 3284, that's where you have a better argument for buying into something like this, but, you know, we'll see. Honestly, feels like a sit on my hands night. Jim, I'm in the exact same boat. I am not trading tonight because the market just seems a little confusing to me. It's like things could go up, things could go down. I don't know, man. There are no devices for perp. There are no devs for perpy. That's good. But normally there are people who made the token. And normally those people, they do weird things. I know whenever it's like, oh no, it's completely fair launch and the devs had to buy themselves. And I don't ever believe them. That's one hell of a daily candle, I'll tell you what. Wait, that happened today? This dump happened today. So, like, you finished a green day, and they were like, let's just dump this S? That, questionable. Very questionable. I mean, obviously there's a lack of liquidity, I get it, but it's like, kind of weird. So yeah, hard to tell. Until you start making higher lows, you kind of just have to, we're going to keep on going down. No idea how far down. Just going to keep going down. Got to get a higher low in there. And until I see that higher low, I'm pretty bearish. I love the rounded bottom, but the lower high once again. Yikes. Window the candle is all shaft, no body. Oh gosh. It was taken over by the community from the original dev. Oh, okay. Interesting. So no one's marketing? Anytime there's a new coin, I'm just like, where's marketing? How are you marketing? What's the marketing look like? It's always my first question. Litecoin. Weird consolidation. Let's look at it on the daily. Beautiful bounce. So Litecoin does the things that I like right here. Nice deep retracement, holding previous gap. This is good. Even filled the entirety of the gap. Nice and deep on this retracement here. If you can manage to break out of the downtrend and stay above this area, give it enough time, you might find yourself at $134. You just might. It looks bullish enough. At least it's not a pump fund token. That's true. That's true. At least it's not that. Yeah, you got... So yeah, all that happened was you came down, you popped up, you got in between the 618 and the 50, you retraced all the way down to make a higher low. That's really all you did. Made a higher low. We're waiting for a breakout. There is a marketing team, original dev of Pepe, is working behind the scenes also. Sweet. Sweet. Yeah, it's this weird little thing right here on the 4 hour. Super high stochastics, sitting in the bullish control zone. Could go up, could go down. I'd prefer if it went down. It just... If we can come back down, touch the top of this box, and then start running, I would love that. I would absolutely love that. Otherwise, break out of the downtrend, bullishly backtest. I would love that too. Litecoin has been hanging out with XRP too much. Chart looks just as boring. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. I don't know. I've never really traded Litecoin that much. I've never held it that long. Litecoin's one of those weird ones where it's just kind of like there. It's just always there, lingering in the background. Yeah, given enough time, we should be able to see it get up to 134. No idea when. We need a breakout first. We need a higher low. We need hope. We need some hope. We need some rockets to land and not fail a mission. At least that's what I'm hearing on the internet. Alrighty. E-gold. E-gold. You better have daily bullish divergence. You better. You better. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, dog. Alright, we got daily bullish divergence on E-gold. Love to see that. Whatever day that was where I mentioned the 5% upside, looks like it did it, and then it pulled right back. So, yay me. Yay me. Broke that downtrend, popped up there, and pulled right on back. That's crazy. We are now fighting with a level that was acting as a resistance, is now resistance once again. I'd be looking for a higher low now. You're still maintaining this downtrend as well? Spot trade. Rich. Emergency situation developing. I don't know, it's like we got 25 viewers. And what, like 3 likes? We got like 3? 11. 11 likes. Good God. Good God almighty. 11? It's painful, really. Painful. I'm in a bad spot. I'm waiting to get out. Spot trade. Got it. I got it. I don't know what you're talking about, though. What coin is that, Cliff? Or are you talking about a Litecoin? What do you request? Yeah, you're talking about Litecoin. Well, if it hits 134, you should be okay. I don't know what price you got in at, but if it does get up to the 134, you should be alright. Should be. Alright, so E-gold, it is trying to get a higher low and break out of a downtrend. I don't care which one comes first, but you do have the opportunity of a golden retrace on your hands. That golden retrace could land you at $18.02. $18.02. That could be a 31% move to the upside from where you're sitting right now. As for an accumulation range, though, it doesn't get that much better than where you're at. Unless you want all-time lows, it doesn't get that much better, and you already have daily bullish divergence. So usually, if I were accumulating something, I would be getting in now. Usually. Oh. You have 2 targets. So you got the 31% or the 183%, getting back up to $40. The really sucky part about that is this crazy downtrend you got here. Just wild downtrend. Jeez. What a wild downtrend. I did not get that right. See there? I got too used to the magnet tool. I can't even find the tops anymore. Sheesh. Sheesh. Well, that's lining up pretty nicely if it went straight up by, let's just say, August 6th. I don't have very much hope for that one, but it's a possibility of 183% upside by August 6th. It is an altcoin. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe you get lucky. You want lower than April 7th? Painful, even with divergence? Oh, no. Oh, boy. Bitcoin looking like it wants to pop off tonight. Bitcoin looking like it's trying to do something. Five minute and the 15 are lining up. Major bullish divergence, rounded bottom here on the 1 minute. All we're waiting for is that higher low. Okay. Maybe it was 2024. I don't know. I wish I knew. I wish I was smarter. Maybe a little bit taller, you know? I just don't know, man. Oh, you hit your zone. All right, if we are bullish on Bitcoin, Bitcoin has an opportunity of going to 107K. If we are bullish, but if we keep coming down, we have support sitting at 105,857 right now. I would still prefer a bit of a pullback, but I don't get what I want. So how strange. We dipped below that too. How very strange. See how Ethereum's holding up? Well, I guess when I looked at it at first, it took a nice little dive down, then it popped right back up. And it's getting ready to go lower. Oh shit. The hidden bearish div. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Market looking like it wants to retrace. Not sure I see June ending with new all-time highs. Yeah, I don't think I see that either. Oh, but anything could happen. Because, you know, during that Congress testimony, Jerome Powell seemed a little more dovish. Especially when asked about a July rate cut. He did not say no. There wasn't a no, I don't think that'll happen. Didn't say that at all. He's like, we'll look at the data, see how it comes out. I was like, whoa, did he just give out hope? Wow. Kind of wild. I've seen people calling for it and not sure the liquidity is there. Yeah, I don't know. This rally just seems so weird. Because it got so hot and it just kept pushing. And it's like, what? Are people going to take profits? I don't understand. I also got to ask a bunch of absurd nonsense by politicians, taxpayer money. Ready to deploy on options contracts. That's pretty funny. One trader predicts 360K Bitcoin this cycle. You think that's possible? Yeah, I'm also in the whole camp of I think we're having a super cycle. So, yeah, sure. I mean, simply put, there's spot ETFs now, And the idea of more than a 50% retrace on Bitcoin or Ethereum, good luck. I don't know if that Wall Street's going to let that happen. I just don't know. Jim, I'm putting you second in command, like a acquisitionist. Wow, I can read that? Holy shit. Hey, we called the downside. Let's go. I'm still not shorting it. Still not in the trade. Please like the stream. Thank you. That's great. I love it. Made for the job. Yeah, the closer it gets to this downtrend, if you start rejecting off this trend down, well, you're likely to get that whole 2.69% to the downside. As a nice bullish back test, I tend to agree with it, but then again, market makers could change their mind overnight. Asia's been really pumpy lately. Really pumpy lately. Ooh, I actually hope we get that overnight, because then we could pump in the morning. Wait a minute. This would be nice. Yeah, leave that VWAP behind. Then at market open, see the market push its way up, and then fall right back down throughout the day. That would be great. I would like that. 180K would be nuts. Strong economy would be crazy. Would be crazy. I mean, think about it. We have, like, one of the weakest economies ever right now, even though they're saying, oh, we're strong and resilient. Every time I hear resilient, it's like, so you are trying to beat it down, aren't you? Because I don't remember resilient ever being a great, like, oh, you're doing a great job, buddy. You're being real resilient, and things are all peachy keen. Never really heard those words working well together, you know? And then Jerome Powell, in his testimony today, yeah, surprisingly, unemployment didn't go up. I'm like, surprisingly? Wow! What a guy! Where's our 200? Oh, shit. 15-minute? The 200 is sitting right at the measured move? I probably should have taken this trade. No, damn. Damn! By being the last to cut, we're just going to crush the global equity market when we do explode. We already have 70% of global equity centered in the US. Do we really? Wow. Resilient is like a participation trophy. Like, congratulations to those who survived the Hunger Games. You first were fighting for toilet paper, then you were fighting for jobs. Welcome to America. Oh, gosh. You know what? Ooh. I was about to say, if Brett looks bad, I would probably want to short Brett. Brett looks pretty bad right now. I like this. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna short. I'm gonna short. I'm gonna keep a tight stop loss. We're not gonna go crazy with the leverage, guys. We're looking for Brett to take a little dumpy dump. 5%. We can go 15x. We're gonna have a tight stop. For the entertainment, for the lulls, for the chance at waking up to gains. Wish me luck, everybody. 15x on the short. We're market ordering in. Short that S. Short that ass. Also, I realized one thing I was doing wrong pretty often. I was using those Binance charts to get my stop loss in check. Yeah, no. Just use the exchange for that. 0.4343. And then go put it on my normal chart after that. Rookie mistakes were made. Rookie mistakes were made. 0? Jesus. All right, we are risking 38.9% in this trade. We are risking it for the biscuit. But this is for you guys, okay? This is for you guys. Also, I already showed you my 2-day gains. I'm not too worried about losing a couple bucks. 3989. 3989. All right, opportunity of making 86%, aka $100. So yeah, either I'm gonna wake up with $100 extra, or I'm gonna lose 50, 60, something like that. Something like that. I don't know. Yes, the U.S. is 70% of global equity market. That's so crazy. If you think about that, that is crazy. That's so much. So much. Well, the reason I took this short is because Ethereum happens to be going down, and thanks to Rich, our mod in the community, he has mentioned in the past, if Ethereum's doing well, Brett normally does well. And I was like, oh, really? So now it looks like Ethereum's going to be doing poorly. Brett should be doing poorly. I just refresh stream to see 12 likes. Yeah, with 24 viewers? Sheesh. Crazy. We have a viewer over on Twitch? That's even more crazy. Holy shit. Wow. It's an odd night. It's an odd night. But you guys got your value here. There's an opportunity of downside. I entered the trade. We're in there like swimwear. I'm currently down 0.7%. You all know how great I am at doing this nighttime TA. So just fade me. Just fade the trade. I already entered it. Therefore, go long, baby. You got this. I'm a lot better in the morning, apparently. Please remember to like the stream. Your support keeps the TA going. That's very, very true. Very true. There are some... Oh, man. My kids today, they tag-teamed me. They tag-teamed me. My daughter didn't want to go to sleep. My son finally falls asleep. I finally get my daughter asleep. My son decides I'm going to wake up screaming bloody murder and waking up my daughter. I'm like, fuck. Why? Yeah, it was a woof. Today was a doozy. They tag-teamed me. I didn't think they'd do it, but they did it. They're trying to wear me down early, guys. I'm like, oh, son, you better be ready. When you turn 16, it's freaking on. It's on. Can't wait to fight my son. Can't wait. I would be like, I've been waiting for this since you were an infant. Little shit, didn't want to sleep. Arrgh, pent up rage. It's gonna be biblical. It's gonna be like Baki fighting his father. Just way less cool. Alright, who wants to take bets that this uptrend's gonna hold? Who wants to take bets that thing's gonna hold? Be glad you don't have twins. I feel like twins would be easier. I have a 3-year-old and an infant. I feel like twins would be easier because you get through the phases at the same time. Not like you have one child destroying the house while the other one wants to be held nonstop. Yeah, then you got me over here in the middle, just trying to be a good dad, remembering to come home with the milk. That's some bullshit, man. Some bullshit. Currently up in the trade. We're doing good. Could always just drug them. No, that's actually considered child abuse. It's actually considered child abuse. Crazy, right? Also, I'm in California. They're trying to figure out ways to get to steal children. So, I got to be careful there. I have a twin. Heard it wasn't fun. That's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. Alright guys, I guess we're into the paint drying section of the stream. It does look like we are pulling back for now. Who knows, maybe at 2 a.m. we get a crazy spike up in the market. As for me, I am betting to the downside. Looking back at Bitcoin, if we do fall down, we have support sitting down here at 104.805. If we lose that, I would love the price to come down between 103.231 or 102.742. I would appreciate if it did that. Probably won't. Probably it could. We'll see. We'll see. But getting a bullish backtest of the downtrend would make me extremely happy. And that would have to come down to the 102.742 in a timely manner. So we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Who'd have thunk, right? Alright guys, I'm going to get on out of here, and I'm going to go to sleep, because I have to wake up at 4 in the morning, so I can be at the gym by 5. Back to being a regular working stiff again, now that the gym is reopened. Actually, the gym's not even all the way open. They don't even have toilets in there yet. Ugh. I'm just hurting myself at this point. Just hurting myself. I'm going to get there and have to pee. Like, that's reality, what's probably going to happen. I'm going to get there and be like, oh, I gotta shit. Now I'm going to have to go somewhere else, go to the bathroom. It's going to be terrible. It's going to be terrible. They should have got a porta potty. Damn. They should have rented a porta potty. Now I'm ranting. Alright guys, I'm going to get on out of here. I do appreciate you all. If you have not done so, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, maybe become a member if you feel like it. But we have a free Discord, so I do post trade setups whenever I find them. I've been a little sparse lately because I've been so hell's focused on day trading and trying to be #1 on BYDFi and all that other shit. But I will be posting up more trade setups. I mean, like right now, I probably could have posted Ethereum, but we were live for it. So congratulations to everybody who was here. Tomorrow, I will be taking everyone's requests, so tune in tomorrow and get your requests answered. Other than that, guys, take it easy. I have to help our family friend, the tree guy, clear a bunch of trees in your yard tomorrow. That actually sounds like fun work, though. Like, some of that hard labor work, it's actually kind of fun. I don't know, I grew up doing some of that stuff. I actually like it. And it'll be hot. Maybe that's a problem. I do like the heat, too. I like the heat. But anyways, y'all, I'm getting on out of here. Hopefully I see some new faces inside of the Discord. And other than that, take it easy. Keep those stop losses tight. I will catch you later. Deuces, everybody. Deuces. I'm out.